Okay, let's call this street committee meeting to order. Visitors, any Canton Borough resident or borough taxpayer, please give name, address, organization which you represent for subject. Street review, number 3, which would be A, low volume road program.
I'm sorry.
The low volume road program, the Upper Mountain Road update.
Yes. What we're doing is we're resubmitting it again. We are number 2 on the list. He says it's a possibility if there's funding's there that we could also go this year, even though we're number 2.
Okay.
Oh,
Cool.
So
that's wonderful.
he asked me if it was a problem, and I said nope. If I can get it done, I want it done.
For sure.
On that part.
Does that require any in-kind contribution?
It will, but the way it
Money
works,
or just labor?
we work it out so it's all labor. The minimal cost of money will be the little bit that we have to pay on pipe, and it's minimal.
Okay.
I mean, it's
This is 21.
yeah, but it won't even be 21,000 on that part, but it's
Because
minimal.
that's partly labor, right?
Yeah.
Here's the last one. I just gotta update it. I just got that.
Okay, West Union Street opening bids. The first bid is from Bishop Brothers in Canada. All the paperwork, sign. Total amount of the milling the asphalt up 3 inches is $23,228.36. The super pave asphalt design 19 millimeter. Total of this unit price is $103.88 per ton. $153,846.28. The total is $177,074.64.
177.
Yes, 177,074.64. Make sure there's nothing else. They have everything. They have their workman's comp, auto collision, paperwork dated, signed. The Public Works Employment Verification form, that's all filled out and signed by Dustin Bishop. And there's their insurance bond. It's all dated and signed. Limited power of attorney through Erie Insurance, that's all been dated and signed. And here's their certificate of insurance. Here's that one.
Yeah, see if there's.
Yep. The next one is MR Dirt out of Towanda. There's all their millage and tonnage, their depth and stuff. Okay, milling an asphalt surface of 3 inches, depth is $18. I would assume that's a ton. Is $147,222.
222.
Yes, 147.222.00. The super pave asphalt mixture design is a 19 millimeter, which is the binder course. That's the wearing course. $170 a ton. at $251,770. The total amount of the contract is $398,992.00.
Who was that from?
That is from M.R. Dirk. There's all their workman's comp, dated, signed, notarized. Same with their anti-collision evidence, dated and signed. There's their public works employment verification form, it's all signed. There's their bid bond, all dated, signed, and notarized. And the general power of attorney, it's all dated and signed on all of it. And the California all-purpose acknowledgement, that's all dated and signed.
Thank you.
There we go.
The next one is HRI out of State College. Jesus, never get this.
Extra tape on
I'm gonna say we never get this many bids. As long as we don't get that one about tomorrow. Get that one about tomorrow, we're not even gonna open it.
That's the upper mountain, right?
Yes. Yeah, we put the screw one on that one. HRI has the proposal contract. It's all dated and signed. There's all the length, width, diameter, the tonnage. Okay, milling asphalt depth 3 inches, 8,179 ton at $6 a ton, $49,074, 49.074.00. Number two item of a 1,481 ton super pave asphalt mixture designed at 19 millimeter binder course at $95 a ton, $140,695.00. Total contract amount is $189,769.00. There's their collision paperwork, public works verification form. Their bid bond is all signed and notarized. There's the power of attorney. And there's their Liberty Mutual Insurance Company financial statement.
Who's that?
This is Glenn Hallbaker.
GOH.
GOH.
Yeah, that's fine.
There's the proposed contract. Dated, signed, sealed. There is all of the tonnage, the streets from intersection to intersection, shoulder, tonnage. Okay, number one item, 8,179 ton, milling the depth of all the rest of them. It's $4.46 a ton, 36,478.34. And number two, 1,481 ton of the super pave asphalt designer 19 millimeter, the binder course, $92.85 a ton, 137,510.85. The total contract amount is $173.989.19.
89 or
Huh?
what was the last two numbers?
19.
19. Thank you.
There is the bid and seal, the power of attorney signed and dated. There's the acceptance of the workman's comp form, all dated and notarized. The auto and collision, all dated and signed. The public works employment verification form, all dated and signed. There's a labor law compliance, builders wages, project rates for us guys, for the borough. And there is the law, labor law, wages and stuff. All there, same there. There. All the same thing. There's that one. Okay, Big Rock.
This gentleman sitting here with us.
Yes, it is. Kinda figured that. Terry told me it was. Yeah. Before I open, any hats and shirts with you?
What's that?
Any hats and shirts with you?
No.
We got the one I'm wearing. You can have it. I'm pretty sure I got a hoodie on the truck. But my boy plays ball over here at school. As soon as we're done with the bids, that's where I'm heading.
Right.
That's what your son
Yeah.
ball.
Huh?
Accessories all
His
the
son's
same.
playing
Oh,
ball down here.
Like,
Proposed contract, when executed, it's all dated and signed.
All this looks the same, that's a shoe.
So we're good. There's all the tonnage, the depth. Proposed order. Number one, the milling of the 3 inches depth is $4.10 a ton. It's $33,533.90. Number two is 1,481 ton. The super micro pave 19 millimeter, the binder course is $101.25, $101.25. The total of that is $149,951.25. The total contract of that is $183,485.15.
What was the second? The super
149,951.25.
950.
There's the work
Okay, thank you.
comp paperwork,
Is that what you meant?
Yep.
the auto inclusion stuff, the public works verification form. So, and there's the bid bond. Everything's there for that. Dated, signed, and notarized.
Oops, sorry, over there.
So, there's the, what was it, 5 bids? We'll have to act on that tonight at the council meeting. So,
Yeah, so this is gonna be tough because we have, I know Bishop Brothers work, MR Dirt's out of the picture. They're double.
mhm.
We can't even touch them. HRIs, they're there, but it's between Bishop Brothers, Hall Bakers, and Big Rock. And we don't have to take the lowest bid.
We can take any bid we want.
Right, we can take any bid we want. Did you walk the site at all?
I personally didn't know, but the estimator was up and did, and so did our.
And he's aware that there's the ditch line work, there's a lot of handwork?
Yeah.
Okay.
Have you done work around here?
Has Big Rock?
Yeah.
Yes.
Sure, you've probably done a bunch for the gas industry, haven't you?
Yeah, well that, we do all of the surface restoration work for UGI in Williamsport and Bloomsburg and out that way. We have the surface restoration contract for the Williamsport sewer and water.
Okay.
We handle all that. And we usually pave the approaches to Rylands bridges.
What, do you mind me asking what size milling machine you're running?
So we have it's the Workgen 150 XFI. We've got a 4-foot mill head and a 5-foot mill head that we swap in and out on. And then the paver that we run it's an 8-foot paver.
Right. Yeah, as long as your estimator, the one up here, understands that there's gonna be a depth change in some of the milling, and stuff, you'll be 4 inches in some spots and 3 inches in other, but that shouldn't be any extra as far as that goes.
I wouldn't imagine so.
No.
No, he was pretty familiar with it. I told him he had to come up and look at it, because I live just down in Marsh Hill.
Right.
Oh,
And
okay.
I told him he had to come up through so he can stop the play. Eric Wetzel and Brett Wetzel.
Okay. Well, thank you.
Yeah,
Like I
thank you.
said, we'll make a decision at the meeting at 7. And then Terry will be notifying them. Not bad. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
I don't mean to be rude, but I'm gonna bounce out to.
That's fine. Thank you for
that
coming.
Baseball game.
That's fine. I understand, kids.
So, yeah, so, like I said, MR Dirt's out.
Yeah, they kind of figured that out.
And, you know, Hall Baker did it again. They beat everybody. But like I said, we don't have to take it, but Hall Baker's always done great work for us.
So
And
has an HRI.
Correct. HRI hasn't done anything for us in years, so it's too small. Our job has been too small.
Well, HRI was the last time they did any paving when I was here.
Yeah. Hall Baker's he did come out and walk the whole job with me, so he understands all the swale work, all the hang work, all the curb work and stuff like that, so, and the extra milling. So he's perfectly aware of everything, the changes and stuff like that. That's why I asked if he walked it or somebody walked it, and because usually they call me and I meet him there. The only one that called me to meet was Hall Baker's. So I just get leery if somebody doesn't walk a job, when you go, well, this has gotta be done this way, this has gotta be done that way, next thing you know,
It's extra charge.
extra charges
I've been through that
and
when they
everything.
did second.
Who did Second Street?
HRI.
HRI. No, Hall Baker's did that. Hall Baker's did Second Street.
Well, yeah, this end, but the other end I'm talking about, HRI did that end.
The HRI did Fassett Street. I remember them doing that a long time ago.
Well, and they also, when I was here, they done Second Street.
Right, so we went from Second with Hall Baker's, we went from, Sullivan all the way down
Right,
to Fassett Street.
right.
So that's who did that job down there.
But HRI done that before Hall Baker did it. Because they done that one, and they also did East Union Street.
Now, I have been in contact with the gas company on this street down here too, because it came to my attention that they're gonna change a gas line. They're gonna move a main, they're moving it to the opposite side of the road, so they're gonna have to cross this road.
Well, you tell
I
them.
already told him, I've been on the phone with him, and he says, we are gonna get it done before you do it, because I said, you're not cutting my new road.
I don't know, which, up there?
West Street.
West Union.
Where
Said, you're not
are
cutting
they
my new
crossing
road.
right there by Twin Pines?
There's a high pressure line that's right by Twin Pines, they're moving that all the way over to Mac's side, on the side, then they're crossing the street with the service lines
Okay.
on there. And the engineers, they put a rush on it, because I told him, he says, you're paving the whole thing? I said, yeah.
Yeah, get it, I want it done, so it has time to settle.
And everything, so, they're supposed to get all that done before they start this paving job, or I can't let the paving job start on time, because they're not sawing a new road. That's what causes all the problems.
Did they give you any date when they were gonna come?
I told him I need to have it done, I said the job's gonna start probably in June.
After school's out.
Yeah, so after school's out and everything else.
2, 3, we got 3 months.
If I remember correct, he gave us an approximate of mid-late day.
Yeah, something like that.
So if they do it, we're gonna be at, it's less than a month.
Yeah, but there's supposed to be a rush on it and everything, so when I talked to the main man.
I don't want it, because the problem is, if we delay paving, that's gonna put us further behind in paving. They'll put us in wherever they can work us in, then, and that's,
I understand
we don't
that.
wanna do that.
But they're not cutting my new road,
No, I don't want to cut the new road
as far as that goes.
anymore.
Teresa Janone called maybe two hours ago with that, wondering if we were gonna be doing the West Union Street paving, and I said, we're actually opening bids tonight, and she said, I guess her husband was talking with Amy before and was asking to have Twin Pines Road paved when they did that project.
See, that's not what I thought, that's not
Well,
private, that's
It
private.
is, and they're willing to pay for all the materials and to have it done, they just didn't wanna pay for the mobilization, since they were thinking they were there doing that
Oh,
other.
yeah,
they would
they'll get
pay
a, they'll
for
get
all of
a,
it.
they'll get a better rate if they're there.
Yeah.
So whoever they picked, then we would just ask them.
Yeah.
Okay. I told her I would let her know.
We could
Yeah,
have
'cause
Dave, have Dave be in contact with, say we pick hall bakers, whoever the foreman is, Dave can be in contact with him and then he can, this guy can go talk to them.
They'll call me up there anyhow. I'll be up there so many times, but I have to, I'll get them to throw me a price together on what it's gonna cost.
Yeah, she
Now, do
was
you want
wondering
that
how much it
milled?
would
Do they
be.
just want it milled too, or they just want it topped?
I don't, this
So,
first I've heard about it, Dave.
she just called and it was all new to me, so.
Though, I mean, of course, there's a couple, I think there's two blacktop driveways, they'll mill into them, but the other two, I think are the other ones are dirt.
Well, the only reason I'm asking, because you know that intersection right there is an absolute disaster because of all the cuts and everything that's been done there. I mean, we can top it, but I don't think even tacking it and topping it, I can't guarantee how long it's gonna stay.
Just get with them, after tonight, we'll decide who we pick, and then you can get with them tomorrow and see.
I can build me for them or something, and, cause she was wondering a price, and if they would need a permit, and I said I would find.
No permit
No
needed.
permit. Okay, is that it on the paving bids?
I just have a question,
Yes.
because I'm not at all familiar with this stuff. The millings,
Yes.
does this price include they dispose of
Yes,
them?
Yes, they
You'll
did.
read it.
Whatever. is
That's
it?
what,
Okay.
that's what the
Okay.
very first price is.
Okay, oh, okay,
The very first price is the
Then
depth of
milling.
milling. They all, because what they'll do is, they'll come in and spend a day milling it,
right.
get it all prepped, and then the next day they'll come in, either
Okay.
the next day paver, they'll lay the wearing course that night, so that has a chance to cool, and then they'll come in the morning and knock
Okay.
it out.
Well, I just know there was discussion on the Second Street project where those millings went,
Yeah.
because they're apparently worth,
Yeah, they're worth
Like
money,
to
and
some
we could,
people.
and we could use, because
So-
you can build berms, they're very
There's-
valuable in berm
Yeah.
But they want them back because they recycle them.
okay,
They take them down, dump
So
them, and they
they'll
put them right back into the
Yeah,
water.
they
Okay.
yeah, so it's, I mean, he told me, Hallbaker's told me if I needed a couple loads, he'd be more than happy to give them to me.
Well, I think
Worth it.
we should store a couple loads just to have, because if we need berm building, or even with your tar thing, you can put them in a pothole and put tar on them, and they're solid.
okay, thank you.
Okay, if no more paving, the equipment, 4A Freightliner truck update,
It's sitting right outside.
I know. I told Terry, I'm gonna tell you, you're not gonna like it, but I just wish we'd have went with a little bit higher box. Not the hub over the cab, but height on the sides.
So we're gonna take care of that.
Cause just that big of a truck and that little bitty itty box, it's like, really?
Yeah, we're gonna take care of that. We've already got plans for that.
Terry said you gotta send it back to
Yeah.
Sherwood.
Something with the plow and
Well, yeah, the computer and the pump and the transmission are not working together. They're
Yeah.
not sending right. So if I go to turn on my PTO and stuff like that, it tells the transmission not to go out of first gear or over 7 mile an hour. As soon as I turn it off, then I can haul it, but I can't stop every time to turn my plow, put the pump on. Hold on, people, let me get this all done, So it's,
Is that tied into the transmission then?
yep, it's, I think it's nothing but a menagerie of computers and wires.
Another one of Watson's fantastic ideas.
Nope, that's straight, that's all, the pump system and everything came from Sherwood's for the,
Straight from Sherwood.
that's all Sherwood stuff, that's how they build them, for that pump system.
Are we lettering this thing?
Yes, right here.
well, we were wondering if everybody would be okay with that. That
I think it looks
can
nice.
do that.
Because we actually did it to our rescue truck up on top over the cab.
So, I know people, I don't wanna say complain, but have been opposed to the Warrior Head for the borough, but I do feel it's all the same area. And it does kind of represent
Yep.
most of us.
Because like I said, we have it on the fire trucks.
Yeah.
Wow, our new ones.
Absolutely.
I mean, it should, I feel it's the perfect thing to go in a truck, that's us.
They're on our welcome sign.
Right, that's us.
$15 a sign is what.
And they'll put them on.
No, they might be sideways and crooked, but I'll get the damn thing on there.
I will come and watch.
I tape everything off
And
first to
if we
get on my
did
straight
it, I
lines.
asked her, I said, what would it be if it was just Canton Borough? It would still be $15. Yeah.
So is it just colored black and white then?
Black
It's
and
good.
white,
Yeah.
right?
It'd be,
Okay.
be the inverse of what it is on that paper right there,
Okay.
Oh, okay.
because the truck itself is blue.
So
Yeah, it would be white.
You say, why do we have blue?
you want me to tell you?
No.
Cause
I
it's what was
don't.
available.
What was available,
immediately.
he'd have waited six months to a year to get a
All
truck.
right. I didn't know.
Okay,
So the letters will be white.
Just to be sure that's what Hope was telling me. That way they'll show up better.
black would show up a lot better.
I don't-
Well, the white
Yeah,
just-
I don't think
Well,
the black one.
no, but I think it should be, see if you can get them in reflective letters,
Reflective letter.
yes.
I don't know if her machine,
Price will go up.
yeah, I don't know if her machines, cause she has her own vinyl rolls and everything that go in this machine, so I don't know.
Well, I mean, just, if she can't, she can't, it's just a thought to have the reflective, that's all.
Make sure we show that first.
Yeah, we
Yeah, I
will.
have it for them.
Road projects, 4B. Come on, wake up.
Road projects, so we already talked about Upper Mountain, so the only other one is Second Street that's coming up.
Okay.
And that's in probably June on that, and, we gotta figure out where we're getting the money for that, the $44,000. Whether we're taking gonna cash in one of the, cash in one of the CDs or what on that. So I
And
know,
that's the drainage
Yeah.
and that down there, okay.
Maybe we can show Mr. Vogel up, what we do with it.
well,
I
okay,
just need to take care of it.
yeah. What you guys need to do for me, and, cause I'm not bringing this up in the main meeting or anything like that, as far as that goes, you guys need to go down there and look at the mess that's down there now.
I know it's a mess.
Terrible.
Yeah, all the mud and everything that they, down by the, low income people, they don't even pay attention, all that grass is solid mud now, it's all gone, all that work is gone. Every bit of it down through there, so. I don't know what to do about it, I mean, I'm gonna put gravel and everything back and basically give them parking spots all the way down by the road down now because, I'm not gonna win with it, so. I mean,
The gravel will help with.
Yeah, the gravel.
drainage anyway, so it
correct.
won't go backwards.
You're talking on the pool side, right?
The low incomes, they've destroyed their yards because there's no parking signs and they park right between them or right by them while they're looking at them and they've destroyed all that grass.
Maybe that's something.
The chief knows about it and everything as far as that goes. And I also told him about the low income people using the recreational parking lot as their own personal parking lot, which you can't do and everything as far as that goes, so. Because we're getting ready,
That would be a notice to the
The housing authority,
housing authority.
yeah.
no
So,
tenant parking.
but the rest of it, it's like I said, it's gonna have to go all back to gravel and gravel's not good with catch basins, but it is what it is as far as that goes.
So we gotta do something about it, we'll figure something out. But all you got, Dave, on that?
Yeah, other than our basic burn work and our cutting out holes in the road and fixing and patching up holes, that's it.
4C, miscellaneous items possibly up for sale.
I just left that on because we still have the snow blower, we still have the muriatic acid. Pisgah can't buy it because they have a state contract or something else.
I got
And two,
Check
Other
with
containers.
Bloss or Troy.
I didn't, I just got Pisgah's answer back like 10 minutes before the
Check
meeting.
with Bloss, and we'll,
Bloss, Troy.
yeah, we'll Bloss.
The Lions one that has a pool on a school.
And so
Athens.
Sarah's school does here.
I'd probably go Troy Bloss first.
Diane Palmer's still isn't.
Yeah, I think they're.
Is she?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
And maybe throw the line there.
I thought you stepped away from it.
Nope,
I didn't
And
see
they're
you
not
sitting back
sold-
there.
sold
He's
rules.
lost.
Yeah.
No,
You're in the wrong town, damn it.
okay,
glad to have them.
yes. So do we wanna discuss the items for sale or just let it go for now?
Do you want to like maybe put them on Facebook?
Put them
now?
on Facebook and see what we can do and go from there.
Because we got the totes, the snow blower, and we need.
Are the totes empty?
Yeah,
Can't believe you can't sell
How much are you trying to sell them for?
$50 a piece,
them. That's cheap.
We sold one, but we still have three left.
350 gallon totes, valves and all, good ball valves and everything on them.
I might be interested in the snow thrower.
Is they're the type like folks use for maple syrup and the
Yeah,
wire
they're big,
cage and
or,
that's what I thought,
yeah,
okay.
yeah.
They're the round ones, right?
Nope, these
Oh,
are
clear.
clear.
Okay.
Okay, street sweeping April 16th and 17th, they start at 7 a.m.,
Yeah, that's right after he's done up there with these guys.
which they started over there this morning.
And what street?
One thing I want you to do is go down Main Street, come up the other side and just get the heaviness off for us, for them, so it's not so.
Go up and down.
Go down the right side and come up the left side of Main Street,
With what?
the backhoe.
Yeah, there's some pretty thick spots.
Yeah, I mean, we've done it, it's not hard to do, I mean,
That sweeper's not.
you can,
that.
yeah, so.
Ours did.
Well, I
Our big
know.
monster picked her up.
Well, you ought to see that some of the stuff they left in Troy this morning.
And Troy went through and did theirs beforehand too.
Yeah, they're still using that stinking,
They're using a conveyor.
conveyor,
Yeah.
and they're worthless machines.
But if you could just get down through and get the heaviness,
So do they come back with you and check on the satisfaction before they leave?
no,
Yeah,
do they?
yes they do. Yes they do.
So where,
Do we have a schedule? I
Yeah.
think you're.
The lower half will be one or
the
2
lower
days,
half as in,
and like the lower end of Main Street, or lower side of Main Street.
So everything
Okay.
south of Main Street will be done
And then
one
the
day.
Side
north side
okay,
The first things are being done.
will be the state roads, correct?
It's gonna be Troy Street, Sullivan Street, Center Street, and Main Street. Those are the first ones that are done.
Troy, Sullivan, what, and Maine?
Center.
Center. Those are the ones that,
State road.
yeah, the state roads.
We'll have Terry make up signs and so they can go through and put them on people's cars or whatever, or
Now
put
we-
them on the post.
Now, we have them for 2 days because of the cost of this. They'll stay more, but the bill's gonna go up. It's
Right.
$175 an hour. So if they can't get everything done in 2 days and everything.
And it's while they're permitting it, because if it's really wet, they
Right,
can't,
if it's pouring down raining, they
they
can't.
can't, so we're gonna have to just,
Will they reschedule?
yeah,
Yeah.
they'll reschedule.
All right,
But it's, like I said, it's $1,750 every time they're here for 10 hours.
They'll keep our agreement to us to give us 20 hours of street sweeping.
good deal.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead, Charlie.
May I?
Yes, sir, you can have the floor, buddy.
Did I just hear you guys say that you're going to make some signs, have someone put them on cars that are parked on the street,
Yes,
and you're gonna notify the people?
yes.
Okay, that's it. That's my only question. I wanna make sure I understood what I heard.
Because we used to put it in the paper, but we don't know what the deal with our paper is
There is no
anymore.
paper.
So, yeah,
But you're gonna notify the
yes,
public?
yeah, we always notify them.
I heard of Facebook. Do you have a
Yes.
Canton Borough
Yes, we do.
Facebook post? And
Yes,
is
we
that
do.
how you
We-
communicate?
We
The
just,
borough,
We have a webpage.
we have a
We have a
web
web
page,
page.
we don't have a
We don't have
Facebook
a
page.
Okay.
But we have a web page and it can't,
yeah, there's a town Facebook page, so anyone can post to it.
Got it.
I mean,
But it's not associated with the borough.
Right,
Got you.
it's
It is
not
not
ours.
ours. Yes,
All right.
yeah.
All right.
But our website, we'll put it out on
we
there
can put
too.
that on that and then Terry can make up signs and.
Move your effing car.
Yeah.
No.
No? No? Okay.
No.
Anything else?
Nope.
Meeting adjourned.